shop. I'm Brad and this is Sabot Woodworks. So right off the bat, I'm going to level with you. There's too much plastic and impersonal things in the world. Take this bright green plastic level for example. I mean, it's great, it's bright, it's green, so theoretically I should be able to find this when I need it, but I can never seem to find it whenever I need it. So we're just going to set this aside and we're going to talk about the Stanley No. 0 wooden level. I inherited this along with all the other hand tools I've been slowly restoring. This one, it's a little hard to see on the camera. I'll do a zoom in a little later, but it's got the Stanley Sweetheart logo, and it's also made in Canada, so my home country, which is kind of nice to see. So that puts this to be approximately 100 years old, so made somewhere around the 1920s to early 1930s. And all in all, it's in good shape. I just finished cleaning this up. It was kind of dinged. The shellac or whatever finish that they had on it was all sort of flaking off. There was some paint and stuff that had been spilled on it over the years. And this has kind of just been sitting in the back corner of the shop, and I decided, you know what, I've been cleaning up everything else. This will be a nice, quick, simple project in between some of the other woodworking projects that I'm actually got on the go. So all in all, this is 24 inches long. The number 0, and what I've come to learn is that, because Stanley made a whole range of wooden planes, that any number that begins with 0 as far as the wooden planes go, the level bubbles are non-adjustable. So when I took these off, there was plaster inside and that's what was holding them in place. However, I checked these against all my other levels and this is perfectly level, so I didn't want to take it apart and have to try and re-level it. So I just left the bubbles in, taped them up and worked around it. Repainted the insides because when I got it, this was black. It was kind of like almost a paste that was on there. And I liked the way it looked. So I stripped that off and just repainted it. The brass was absolutely horrendously tarnished. So I cleaned that all up so it's now nice and shiny. I gently took a hand plane and scraped everything down. There's still dings and whatnot, and that kind of adds to the character, and I really like that because again, it's one of those like history you can hold, and holding wood just feels a lot better than holding plastic. So I cleaned all that down, brought it back down to its bare wood. This is made out of cherry, and as I was cleaning up some of the original finish, on one side, you won't be able to see it on the camera, but it did say genuine cherry, best wood for levels. And on the other side, there's the Stanley mark, and made in Canada again. So this was nice, a nice little surprise as I was cleaning it up. And then once I had everything down, I rounded over the edges. I put on some Danish oil with the dark walnut tint just to darken it back up a little bit. And then I put a little bit of lacquer on the outside to help seal it up. And this will be ready to go for another 100 years. And am I going to use it every time, much like my other hand tools? Probably not. But it's beautiful, it works, and it's nice, and wood, really. And wood is good. Plastic, I mean, people buy plastic, they break it, they throw it out, or maybe recycle it. But at least with wood, this is going to last another 100 years, and you don't have to worry about it hurting the environment. So, this will probably be a simple video. So stay tuned, and you can just see the quick process of how I clean this up, and ready to put this to use. And there we have it, the Stanley No. 0 24-inch wooden level with a bit more life back into her. She's still got some dings and a bit of character, which I absolutely love. I mean, after all, about 100 years old and showing its age. But at the end of the day, I'm super happy with it. Could you go out and buy a plastic or a metal level that might arguably be more straight? Sure, because I mean, you could buy them for a couple bucks at Home Depot, or you can find high-end ones ranging in the, pushing probably hundreds of dollars for just a level that's going to do the exact same thing as this. And realistically, when you look at it, people could be like, well, why would you even bother restoring this? Well, because I enjoy it, first off. But on top of that, go back a couple hundred years. Like, you don't even have to go back that far, like even like early 1900s. People were using this. And the farther back you go, you look at even some castles in Europe, some of the intricate wood detailing that they have on the insides, or be it churches or what have you. That was all done with old wood tools and just simple things. And people are like, well, I bought this high-end one and this one's going to be so much better than my old Stanley No. 5. I mean, yeah, maybe it's probably heavier, a bit more solid. Maybe the steel is a bit better composition. But at the end of the day, you look back at what's been achieved in history with all the old tools, and why can't I do that? So that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm also restoring some of the old tools that I had inherited instead of just buying new ones, because A, it's cheaper, and B, it sort of gives me a satisfaction that I've put the work into restoring these, and then they're going to do amazing things for me, with a bit of practice, of course. But aside from that, I'm super happy with the No. 0, and that's going to join the rest of my hand tools. That will eventually go into my hand tool cabinet when I get around to building that. I'm in the planning process now. I'm starting to lay out tools and figure out layouts, but again, that's going to be a bit of a longer term project. So all in all, thanks for joining me for this quick little video. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment or a like, or feel free to subscribe if you don't want to miss future videos. And I appreciate all the support that everyone's given me so far. Until the next one, guys. Cheers.